Really, the fact is that every single server right now in Ascension, the end game feels really repetitive and kind of like the same gameplay loop. Okay guys, we're going to be taking a look at this Ascension mega update video. We're going to see really how much of this I'm actually kind of excited for the future of Ascension. I'm a little bit burnt out on Ascension, to be honest. For a lot of veterans, I think we're kind of burnt out for a lot of different reasons, mainly the lack of custom content for an actual custom content WoW server. So I'm just hoping to see if maybe we can get some, you know, some new stuff in here that might make the end game a little bit more compelling.
Beta weekends where
open beta, crazy. Anyway,
everyone gets to jump in
and
give feedback.
You think this will be finally enough to convince people to actually stick around and play on this server? I feel like because it was an alpha and you had to pay for it, it really shot itself in the foot. I think being an open beta is the way to go, but it does kind of suck for people who paid for the alpha. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, well, what do us alpha players get? Like, I don't want to sound entitled, but we kind of did test and play your game for like, you know, half a year, 7 months, 8 months before these guys. Normal players will still have to pay for Vanity Sync. Yeah, that makes sense. Did the Vanity Sync work on the beta? As far as I know, it didn't really. Any cosmetic stuff that I got on there, but I was told wasn't gonna be kept when everything was launched. We got the shaft that always how it is. That's so true, Entropy. That's so true.
CoA.
We earned a lot.
Then, based on your feedback, CoA will release in spring of 2020.
Spring? Wait, guys, let me do my YouTube. Let me do my YouTube thumbnail for this. Ready? Ready, guys? You know what's so funny? As I genuinely would have had that reaction maybe like, I don't know, a year ago, but now I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's cool.
Containing alpha invites continue to go out.
Dude,
so
get
add
your
Ascension
emails,
to your contacts and
get your
check your
alphas.
inbox to see if you get an invite. Azeroth beckons, and your conquest draws near.
Okay, so this might be crazy. This might be kind of crazy, guys. But out of all the announcements that they were talking about in this video, I think the one I'm like legitimately interested in is the classic.
Files challenge you to conquer them.
The original 9 classes with enchants. So, in case you guys didn't see this, you will be able to play the original 9 classes of World of Warcraft Vanilla, but with the enchant system in Ascension's enchant system, which means you could do a lot of really cool stuff with the already vanilla class, but you're gonna have a base amount of spells to work with, so you're not gonna be spending 100 hours rolling for that pyro or that you know, combustion or whatever you need to make a fire mage. No, now simply you're just gonna roll a fire mage and you're just gonna get the enchants to make your fire mage even cooler. That's cool. That's cool. I like this idea because this takes out the RNG, that this takes out the 4,000 scrolls needed to re-roll 100 times, 400 times to get a base class of, like, say, a Frost Mage. You know, you just want to play a cooler version of the Frost Mage. So I kind of like this. This is really interesting. That's cool.
Spells,
I like this.
Dungeons, enhanced raids, both new
I like
and
it.
upgraded
I love it.
battlegrounds and arenas, and even entirely new ways to play like hardcore trials, adventure mode, or the Mana Storm.
Ah,
On
man, so
Bronzebeard,
cool.
You'll discover more ways to play the classes you love than ever before.
That's
Play
such a
new
cool
race and
idea.
class combinations like Troll Druid, Human.
I mean, a lot of it has to do with the fact that, you know, like I said, you get the base class now, but you take the best part of Ascension, which is the enchant system. We can all agree that the enchant system is one of the best parts of Ascension. And now you no longer have to do the stupid reroll for all the hundreds of abilities you want just to make a basic hunter class. And now you can just take the base hunter, get all the abilities, and then just take the enchants and make it a better version of like a hunter class. You know?
Over the past 8 years, new quests, new items,
Mana Storms,
dungeons,
and
expanded
more
mechanics,
Mana Storms.
raids,
And
new
guess
world
what?
bosses,
Mana
new
Storms.
maps for your favorite battlegrounds
And what?
arenas,
Higher
and
level
even
Mana
brand new
Storms.
content that'll be revealed is coming soon.
Bravo.
Ascension has been around for 8 years now
8
and has
years.
accumulated a lot of changes over that time. Many of them have been great for the game, but aren't exactly
But many of them have also been really bad. Okay. Yes.
intuitive for new players.
Yes.
The more
This
these
is
changes
correct.
pile up, the harder it becomes for new
Terrible. The game has become so bloated now that I think that it's really become a barrier of entry to a lot of new players. I mean, I don't know how if you guys look back on when you started playing Ascension and how difficult that beginning was to really learn everything. Sure, once you get over that hump, it's a lot better, but there's a lot. There's a lot to it.
experience from the beginning to end game, so that no matter what Ascension realm you're playing, getting started is easy and the community can grow. For the past 6 months, we've been reaching out to players who quit the game. We asked them why they quit and what would have made the experience
Hey, they never reached out to me. What? They could have just asked me.
better. Turns out, most of them quit before level 3, which was a punch to the gut, but we're recovering. The
Okay.
main problem new adventurers ran into were a general lack of clarity on where to go and how to play, confusion around
Yeah,
choosing
it's, there's a
abilities
lot.
and knowing what works well together, and
Yeah.
not being able to just jump in and play the game.
Also true.
This
Yeah.
culminated with
Okay,
Ascension
let's see.
starting
I'm a
the experience
mentor
to
in
get new
Ascension.
adventures in-game and
Not that it
play.
matters though.
It
Nobody asked
starts
me
with
for that.
client streaming to get you in-game fast.
Whoa.
It revamps character creation with new archetype choices. so that you can start
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's nifty. You can just start with an archetype. Yeah, that's
playing
good.
fast. It adds new in-game tutorials for adventurers who need them.
How to use mouse. Look around. I just gotta ask. I feel like there's a little bit of technical like expertise it takes to just know what a private server is for WoW and to get on one. So it's just kind of funny that you would think they know how to use a most of you guys have played WoW before Ascension, right? Surely.
Improves the mentor system so that you can ask
Yeah, that's me.
veteran
I'm a
heroes
mentor.
questions when you need help, and introduces
Please
a
bother
build
me in
inspect
game if you have
feature so that
questions.
First, a new client streaming feature lets you start playing even while the game is still downloading. This reduces the
That's
time it
funny.
takes
This
new
I
players
think
to get
WoW
in
has
game
this
for the
has had
first
this for
time
like
by a
10 years
whopping
now.
95%.
That's crazy.
Second,
That
now
is
have
nice
an
though.
epic
The entire reason for the RNG classless system is merely for this reason. It is to time gate your build to keep you playing longer. Because you're not always going to get the build you want on your first prestige. Heck, you're not even going to get it on your second prestige or your third one. And all that takes time. That takes time to get all the materials. They want to make it feel like rolling a build is a time commitment. The perfect build, which it is a time commitment, which I think is counter to what a lot of people want out of Ascension. I think a lot of people want to be able to make lots of different builds quickly with lots of different ults versus having to perfect one build to be viable with 4,000 scrolls or however long it takes to reroll that one build. And so I really hope they look at going forward, they really take a look at that and go, well, gee, maybe players want to play more than like 3 builds that takes up like all their time. Yeah, we want to play a lot of different builds. That's the whole point of Ascension. We want to be able to get a build pretty decently fast. Not crazy fast, but we're talking like fast enough to be able to crank out a couple builds like a week, maybe 2 weeks, So that's all.
A new Build Inspect feature makes learning the game possible. With Build Inspect, you can right-click on other heroes to inspect their
This
builds.
is so nice.
This helps you learn about strong skills and combinations.
That's so
how to make
good.
better ability to play the game.
Yeah.
Or even hiding bugs.
Yeah, a
and
lot of people
exploits
would want to
isn't
hide
good
their
for the
builds for
community,
some reason.
and it's not good for the game.
It's
Besides,
true.
It takes more than a build to be a top player. There will still be
Takes-
endless opportunities.
Guys, imagine this. Imagine this. I'm going to blow your mind. It takes skill. There it is. There it is. It takes skill to pilot a good build. And the fact that like people are so like up in arms about keeping their builds hidden is hilarious, because all you're saying, all those people are showing, is that I'm scared other people can play this really easy to play high damage build and do it better than I can. Come on. Like, I get it. Like, part of the skill is, I guess, theory crafting the build, but like, what about playing the build? What happened to being good at World of Warcraft just because you know how to play World of Warcraft? You know? Not because you're gatekeeping knowledge. This is what I've been wanting to do for a while. This is really cool.
The crypts beneath Karazhan have remained sealed for centuries.
They have.
Magna Age Winds wards
Even on
prove
retail.
almost impenetrable. But
You can't even
the
do.
greatest mage's seals wane. And when the Guardian's wards fall, it's up to you to defeat the darkness trapped inside.
Ooh. Whoa,
Welcome.
whoa. That's cool. They stripped
Even
that
the
straight out of
greatest mage's seals
Shadowlands.
wane.
That's a
And when
jailer
the Guardian's
minion
wards
model.
fall, it's up to you to defeat the darkness trapped inside.
Bruh, what are you doing outside of Shadowlands? What are you doing outside of Shadowlands, bruh? Alright, I'm back with coffee and chocolate muffins. Dude, that sounds so good. Welcome back. I would say you're pretty well prepped for this. This is the custom content we need. This is what I'm saying. This is good.
Deep below the ominous black rock
We need more
mountain
custom
lays
content.
A series of winding caverns tunneling.
You did it in
through
COA?
its
That's awesome. I didn't know it was out already on
darkness and
COA.
filled with danger. Next up, hero. Chapter 3 brings a few big updates
Okay,
to
so this is
Ascension in general
for
to
what?
enhance the ways you
General
play.
updates. Okay, we're almost
First, you'll find a new optional camera setting that changes the way your camera interacts with objects. Rather
Okay.
than snapping to your character when you run behind walls, this new setting simply makes
there. Wait, what? I don't even think retail has this change.
the camera stay put, allowing a more steady view as you run behind obstacles.
But okay,
Second, you can
that's
now
cool.
enjoy a big change to the transmogrification wardrobe. This essential UI
kinda
has been
cool.
completely
wow.
rewritten so that it loads
I don't even think
faster,
retail has
filters
that.
faster,
If I'm being
and
quite
so
honest with
much
you
more.
guys.
Duplicate items have been
That's
pruned,
very good
a
on
bunch of
them.
bugs got fixed, and memory
I think
usage
Blizzard's
got
gonna have to
reduced
hire this
by
team
like
out as a
whopping
third-party studio or something.
97%, which lowers the chance of your client crashing when you're
Oh,
transmogging.
thank goodness. Dude, the client, the UI for the transmog was so bad. I dreaded opening it because it like literally lags me out.
It makes using the transmog system better so that you can look the way you want, which is cool.
Very cool.
Fourth, you can now use the dungeon finder starting at level 10, down from 15.
Ooh, I like that.
This puts it adjacent to Battlegrounds and Mana Storm
Thank
queues,
goodness.
which were already available.
That's so nice. No longer do we have to awkwardly level to 15 on our own. Now we can just get the 10 instantly and we just go.
At level 10. This Sunwell Plateau is live on Area 52.
Sunwell Plateau.
And with the
Again,
Legion's fall,
if you like Sunwell
Ascension's
Plateau,
focus
cool.
turns towards Wrath of the Lich
A52, we
King,
might
and
return
it's
to
coming
A52
in
as a
2025.
guild, as a community, as
frozen world awaits
a
you,
chat,
hero.
but we'll see
A
what
world
happens.
teeming with danger and excitement.
Wait,
When you reach Northrend, you'll step
wait, hold on.
Sun towards
There we
Wrath
go.
of the Lich King. And it's
Ooh,
coming
this
in
is it.
2025.
2025.
A
Let's
frozen
go.
world awaits you, hero.
I'm so
A world
excited.
teeming with danger and excitement. When you reach Northrend, you'll step into a land of the living dead.
Let's
filled with
go.
Terror, ancient secrets, and iconic.
Wait, I forgot to do my second Pog face for the
Ascension's
thumbnail.
focus.
Pog! What? Obviously, I'm just memeing. Or am I? You know, we've all done
that's
Wrath.
not
We
all.
know what to expect.
There's
We've done the
more.
drop.
From
Oh.
new rare creatures and world bosses
Oh,
to
that's-
entirely new zones for you to explore, and even brand new ways for you to play. You'll
New zones? I'm sorry, what? World bosses and rares? Okay. Okay, Ascension. You've got my attention. You piqued my interest. Wow, that is very cool. That is really awesome.
experience it all on classless, and eventually in Conquest of Azeroth and the original 9 class realm.
Wow,
And on
okay.
classless, while you're exploring an expanded Northrend, Death Knight abilities will be yours to wield.
Finally.
Unlock new archetypes
Holy-
as you fuse the power of
Thank
blood,
goodness.
frost, and unholy into your build.
Oh,
You'll
it's about
harness
time.
Spells like Death Grip,
Oh
Death
my
Decay,
gosh.
and Army of the Dead. Imbue their strength into your
Finally, I can do my melee Shadow Priest build. I know there's already like a melee Shadow build, but like this is going to, it's gonna like Unholy Strike, and the dots, the diseases you get from DKs is going to make a melee Shadow build slap so hard, and I am ready for it. I'm so ready. And even a melee Frost build, Frost Strike, Howling Blast, maybe into instant Fingers of Frost procs with instant Frost Bolts and Ice Lances and Frost Nova, and like, holy crap,
custom WoW.
you know? Okay. And there it is, guys. The mega update video. We